Yeah. Well, a true moral dilemma is not going to be light versus dark, black versus white, good versus evil. A true moral dilemma is a conflict of values. Should I take a cigarette and burn a baby with it? Well, that's a no-brainer, right? I mean, there's no conflict there. I mean, one is harm, and burning the baby with a cigarette, that's harmful, and not burning it is not. So there's no problem. Moral dilemmas arise when you do have a conflict of positive or conflict of negative values. So yes, the life of a fetus has value. A fetus has some value. It's a potential human future life. But the mother's life also has value. And the life of the children that the mother already has value. I work with the Women's Medical Fund in Wisconsin. And it's the longest life abortion rights charity in the country right now. Founded by and still run by an atheist. Whoever said atheists don't start charities. In fact, I got some royalties last year for one of my Christian musicals. It's called Mary Had a Little Lamb, a Christmas Story. It was like $1,017. So I signed the check over to the Women's Medical Fund, and to help poor women pay for abortions. And Katie, the bookkeeper, said, "Should we send a thank you letter to the Christian publisher?" That's a digression. Wait, I have another digression, which is really interesting, but then I'll answer it real quick. Dinesh D'Souza and I did a debate in Cleveland a couple years ago, sponsored by Cleveland Right to Life. It was on a Saturday night, and he invited me to come do this debate, and I turned him down. I said, "I don't want to go help out a Christian Right to Life group, but you can have your event, but I don't want to go and do that." And he said, "Well, I'll share the honorarium with you." I never got an honorarium before. I don't know how much he gets paid, but I always do it for free. So he was getting $5,000. He said, "I'll split it with you. If you'll come." Besides, I already announced it. So, and so I asked Andy Laurie about it. He says, "I feel really weird going to Cleveland Right to Life to do debate, and I'll be the only, free thinker, liberal person in the room." Well, I went and I did it. It was weird. It was fun actually to be able to say those things. I was able to say, a lot of you are wearing these "What would Jesus do" buttons. What would Jesus do? Well, Jesus never said a single word about abortion, did he? So if you want to do what Jesus did, keep your mouth shut about abortion. But guess what I did with that $2,500 check? So yeah, you have to weigh it. And I'm not a woman. The woman in her own life, I answer the phone when they come in Spanish, because I speak Spanish. I take the phone calls from these women. And sometimes it's like a 19-year-old woman who's got 3 kids and her husband's in jail, and she's living with her mom who's about to be evicted in some poor part of Milwaukee. And she says, "I can't have another baby. I love my kids and I can't even support them." And so the church is going to tell that young woman, "No, you must have another baby." That's her decision. That's her choice. It is a conflict of values. That fetus could potentially and will potentially grow to be a human being, but they have to weigh the relative merits. Religious morality makes things absolute. It doesn't allow for a conflict. It doesn't allow for moral dilemmas.